Good day and welcome to 2019 on the banks of North Connell. This is the Connell Bridge behind me. You may or may not recognise it if you've been to Oban or headed up this road to Fort William. I decided I would take myself outside today and do a little piece to camera about 2018 and 2019. I really wanted to just sort of bookend my year with a short video explaining my journey and my plans going forward. So I'm outside, like I said, Connell. I'm on the north shore, North Connell, the Connell Bridge behind me. This is Loch Etive that heads up this way. Loch Etive stretches for miles up that way, and then you've got Glen Etive, and then you cut across there, and before you know where you are, you're in Glencoe. Most people like to take shots of Glen Etive at that end, but I quite like this end as well, because underneath here, it's still calm just now, but that's only because the tide is now in. But generally speaking, when the tide is rushing out, as in from Loch Etive back into the sea, there is a rock formation under there, a geological structure that the water rushes over, and it's quite spectacular. Obviously, as you can see, when the tide goes the other way, it rushes in over the rocks and then eventually comes to this sort of flat calm, but it's quite spectacular when it's in full swing. But I thought it would make a nice backdrop to try and do this, proper composition. Anyway, 2019 is definitely upon us now. 2018 is long gone, and it's been a good year for me. I've really enjoyed my year, and I'm really thankful for everything that I've achieved this year. It's been already a very achieving year for me. It started off a bit slow because I was very ill from last Christmas going into the new year, and didn't really recover from my illness until about February. A sort of viral infection that just really floored me, so I didn't really deal too well with that. Not working caused a bit of an issue there, because as a freelancer I need to work in order to make money, so it gets a bit interesting in the dark times of the winter when you're not making money. But it soon came around. I managed to get myself out and about, and my first real sort of day out was actually climbing a Munro not far from here, Ben Schoolish, looking for a dog that had been lost in the weather. Somebody had said, "You're a drone pilot, could you lend a hand?" And I did. Got myself out of my sick bed, put my clothes on, and you'd think your first day out you would probably go for a nice wee walk around the town perhaps, but no, I decided to climb a mountain in a snowstorm. But anyway, I did a video about it. I can link it here. It wasn't the best of stories to tell. It was quite a traumatic week for all involved, not just me. But that was the start of the year. I did pick up some work. I got some great work offered to me from the Historic Environment Scotland and the Third Sector Initiative over in Islay and Jura. I did a short video, documentary style, in Oban, working with the local kids in the primary school, Rockfield Primary School, doing a story about Old Oban and how the young kids here get to interview the older members of the town about how life was like back in their day. And it was really good fun to shoot. It hasn't been released yet, so I can't share it with you, but it will make an appearance on my channel because it was a really fun one to shoot, and I really look forward to it getting released and getting some positive feedback on that one. I'd worked with Historic Environment Scotland before. I shot with them after that again, shooting with the local kids at Arbroath and about the Abbey, and indeed the 123 History Club that they have there, where the kids get to learn all about their history. And it's an ongoing after school extracurricular thing, and the kids are really into it, and they designed this treasure hunt around the Abbey with local primary school kids and with the high school. That won an award, which was great, not for the film being shot, but certainly the club that had been created. The video was just really something they could use to help win the award, I guess, because they could show then the positivity that was used. So I was quite proud to be a part of all of that bigger picture, even though it was a small part. Working with the Third Sector Initiative as well, over on Islay and Jura. Again, they were gifted some money off the back of the Commonwealth Games in Glasgow in 2014. And although that's a fair step away in time, they used the money to build up amenities in the community, and they wanted a short video to give to the funders to show them how they'd spent their money, and invited me across to shoot said video, and it was great fun meeting the locals on Islay and Jura and shooting a video from the air and the ground and meeting all the people involved, and it's just such a warm inviting community. It was great to be there, and obviously Islay and Jura make great whiskey. What's not to like? But I spent quite a lot of time over there, and got put up in a lovely little cottage. And on my second return visit to do some more filming, I got to take my family with me as well. So that was really good. Again, that video is released. I can post it here. And that was a really nice one to do. I quite like shooting films like that. As quickly as that had been done and dusted, I moved quickly back into TV broadcast and was joined the teams again for the BBC show Antiques Road Trip, which is always good fun, especially as a drone pilot. You get to fly all over the country, you get to track classic cars, and meet and work with just really funny, excellent people. This year I saw some new experts coming into the fold, which was great because you get to hang out with them. And I did a lot of photography, aerial photography, did a lot of shooting in loads of different places, loads of cool places. And one of the reasons I like working on Antiques Road Trip is that you get this variety of historical shoots. So as part of the show, they go and do something of historical significance, a visit of sorts. And I've been all over the place. I've been to, well, actually this one involves quite a lot of food groups this year. I've been to rhubarb fields, lavender fields where the women made scones, watercress soup, Aylesbury duck. Yeah, I've been to a lot of stately homes and castles, and I forgot about the kippers as well. Yeah, so there's quite a variety, and I like that side of it. So Antiques Road Trip ran right all the way into the summer, and then it cuts from the main show to the celebrity show as well, which again is really good fun, but it's harder work because it's pretty much doubling the workload, but this over the same amount of time. So the normal show only has 2 experts and 1 car. The celebrity show has 2 experts, 2 celebrities and 2 cars, but the same amount of shops to do and visits to do. So yeah, that can be quite an interesting. Yeah. But again, I got to meet some really great people you know, people you don't know, and you learn all about them. And yeah, it's always good fun. And it's a good challenging shoot to work on. But this year took a bit of a turn for me because at the end of the summer, heading into August, I left that show. Ordinarily I would have stayed on to work into October, November on the next upcoming series, but I've been offered work to do a shoot with a History Channel through a new production company in Glasgow. And I swithered a lot over that one because you get comfortable in something and it's quite hard to take yourself out of it. I was quite sad to leave STV, but I needed to grow and needed to move on and see what else there was there, and I took the plunge and I left. And it was good. It was hard work, but it was good. Working in historical. It was an archaeological based show. They invited an American chap over called Bo Wemett. He's got a YouTube channel. You should check it out. I'll link it here. He's like an adventurer, discoverer in rivers and such like, and he finds all sorts of stuff from the Civil War and. Oh, just have a look at his channel. It explains pretty much everything you need to know there. But having him across here in the UK, kicking around all these different rivers looking for artefacts from various time eras, like the Vikings, the Romans, the English Civil War. We were in Scotland covering the Wars of Independence. So there was quite a lot going on, and it was quite interesting to see how an American over here in our rivers, different temperatures and all that kind of thing, working with a TV presenter, Rick Edwards, who was his sort of counterpart, and then spliced in with various historians and archaeologists who are experts in their field in relation to what it is we were searching for. So it was quite heavy, it was quite going, but I travelled around the country quite a lot, and I got to film from the sky a lot of structures and historical sites that you wouldn't ordinarily get to film as a hobbyist. So as a commercial pilot, it was really, really great because I got to shoot in places that you wouldn't normally get to shoot in, and that year's been full of that for me. And off the back of that, I went straight into another show as a drone pilot. Or I was initially asked to, give advice as a drone pilot for a Channel 4 production about historical homes in the UK and how houses and living has changed over the years. And they were going to be shooting this new series with Phil Spencer, who normally does location. So as a drone pilot, I gave them advice, and then I became a member of the crew. After that, I became the drone pilot for it, and then it turned out that they needed 4 teams to shoot various areas of the series, and I became my own shooting crew. So I got my first producer director credit, as well as a drone credit as well. So this was the first show I've worked on where I had to do everything, and I didn't work with a team. It was just me, my kit, my truck, and I went out on the open road and I filmed all these locations, and then met up with the teams at various points to do piece to cameras with Phil and indeed the rest of the crew on these sort of primary or A-team based houses that would probably feature quite heavily in that particular episode. So that was really good, because then it was really pushing my creativity as a cameraman and as a producer director about being able to capture on camera exactly what it is the production team want, and to get enough footage that the edit suite would have to cut together with everything else. So it really did push me as a professional this year. But now, as I come to the end of the year, and that was my last shoot, although in saying that, I am going to be doing additional shooting for that show shortly, because weather just wasn't really going to warrant it, and we've got some other shoots that need locations being shot that didn't get shot last year, so I get to go and do that. So that's pretty good. But that's been my year, and I would say the only negative to all of that was that I didn't really get an opportunity to share as much of it as a YouTube creator, because, well, one, as a professional courtesy, I can't really share what I'm doing prior to going out on TV, because that's the whole point of me getting paid, that they take this footage and it goes out. So I can't really do it. Second of all, the last thing you want is somebody kicking about on set with a camera, vlogging, talking about what they're doing and getting in everybody's face. It's there's already a lot of cameras on set in people's faces, and the last thing they want is this one in their face asking stupid questions. Or I try not to ask stupid questions, of course, but there's a time and a place, and unfortunately there's never a time or a place. And of all those weeks that I've spent on the road and all the miles that I've did, I found it very, very hard to vlog the experience and film it, although I have done some. So as we come to the end of the year, I've achieved quite a lot. I might not be able to share a lot on my channel, and my subscribers has grown, maybe not a great amount, but I know it takes time and you really need to focus. And that'll be the chainsaws then, on the other side of the river. ...2019 is going to be, it's a blank canvas, isn't it? And hopefully I'll have just as much success this year as I had last year. I really hope I can build on the success from last year and carry over. And I really hope to make more vlogs, because I really want to get better at it and share more and find my niche, which would be my goal for 2019. Start small, think big. You know what they say. Expect the best, prepare for the worst, but capitalise on what may come. And that's exactly what I'll do. I'm expecting the best out of 2019, but I'm going to be prepared for it if it does go sideways. But I will try and capitalise on whatever I can take away from it. So on that note, I will bid you all a farewell and hope that, although I'm late to the party on this one, I hope you all had a great Christmas, hope you had a great new year, and that you're all slowly getting back into the normal way of life, back to work, kids back to school and all that kind of stuff, and we get back to normality, so to speak. And I will see you on the next one, which I'm unsure what it'll be yet, but I do think it'll involve plane travel or thereabouts. Anyway, thanks for watching. Like this video if you liked it. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I will definitely see you in the next one. Thanks for everything. Have a good year.